Tiger Hattori, the official for this matchup. The bell rings. It's NWA World Title and IWGP World Title match is underway. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and Tatsumi Fujinami. The best of the best in the world of professional wrestling. The thing about it is, when it comes to Japan, Japanese wrestling is such a different pace. So, Ric Flair, you've got yourself one heck of a challenge. Who is gonna get the better of it? Very similar in size and stature are both of these men. So this should be a very interesting matchup to see who is able to pull out the weaknesses of the other. Tiger Hattori calling for the break, but it doesn't matter as Flair sneaks in a chop to the chest of Fujinami and another one into the other corner. Flair bringing the fight to Fujinami, wants to leave with the IWGP Championship. You see on the outside the backup referee, Bill Alfonso. Fujinami now sending some chops for Flair. Flair gets sent hard in the corner, up and over. Flair gets dropped hard off that back body drop. Fujinami bringing up the aggression against the Nature Boy. Drop toe hold. Thinking surfboard. It's no beach break. The only break it's going to be is the back of the Nature Boy. Ric Flair, many years ago, sustained a broken back from an airplane crash. So for Fujinami, this is a brilliant strategy. Target the back of Ric Flair. It's as simple as that. Keep it simple. You don't have to make this difficult. If you know it's going to do some damage, go for it. And that's exactly what Fujinami did as he drove over, but drove over a little too hard as Flair ended up on top. Flair went to chop Fujinami, but Fujinami one step ahead, chopping that much harder, knocked Flair off his feet. Taking a Boston Crab. This could go from bad to worse for Ric Flair. Ric Flair writhing in pain. The agony starts to set in as all the weight from this Boston Crab put on the lower back. Now it gets changed. The submission is being changed. Oh! That's rough. Fujinami not letting go. Fujinami putting all that pressure. It puts a lot of pressure on the knee. Ric Flair trying to do what he can to stay in it. But that is easier said than done against Fujinami, who's really kept this thing grounded against Flair. Flair trying to drive the forearm across the face of Fujinami to create much needed separation if he's going to get back in this matchup. Flair trying to take down Fujinami, trying to go for a single leg at first, able to get a throwaway fisherman suplex. You can tell that Flair's back is hurting as Fujinami going for a kick. Highly calculated offense by Fujinami And talk about highly calculated. A highly calculated cheap shot from Ric Flair, taking a thumb to the eye, the dirtiest player of the game. But exploding out of the corner with a forearm as Fujinami goes for a pinfall on Flair. Only enough for 2 on the Nature Boy. Flair is out on the apron. We are in dangerous territory. Fujinami suplexes Flair up and over the top rope, back into the ring. Great power. Full speed at Flair. Again, Fujinami explodes right into Flair, and this time Flair goes over the top to the floor. Oh, this has been an all-out brawl. That's not going to feel good for the family jewels. Flair setting up Fujinami on the top of the guardrail on the outside on the floor. That guardrail that protects the fans from the action that is happening here at ringside. Both referees telling Flair, get back into the ring. Flair has an opportunity to put away Fujinami. Flair noticeably limping. Oh, driving the shoulder into the back of the knee. A chop block to Fujinami. Saying that he is the rightful NWA champion. The only way to be the rightful NWA champion is to take it from Ric Flair, pinfall or submission. If Fujinami is going to take the gold home back to Japan. Fujinami is as tough as they get. A true representative of the New Japan pro wrestling culture. And the figure 4 leg lock, center of the ring. We are in the danger zone for Tatsumi Fujinami, who is in no man's land. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You better pray. Pray good. And hope that a miracle happens. Flair slapping Fujinami. That might as well have just been a disrespect to revive Fujinami to fight his way back into this match to take the NWA World's Championship. Turning Flair over. The pressure is now all on the leg of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Now the submission hold has been broken. Fujinami was in that figure 4 leg lock for quite some time. What a shot to Flair. Flair sends a shot back. These two are going back and forth, tit for tat, sweeping the legs of Flair. It's now Fujinami looking for a submission hold, ready to send Flair over. It's a sharp shoot. This Scorpion Deathlock applied to Flair. That sharpshooting pain that comes with a Scorpion Deathlock. It was broken up, and a backdrop suplex. So close. Again, a near fall for Fujinami on Flair. Fujinami gets dropped by Flair. Great move by Flair. Much needed for the champ. As Fujinami driving the knee right onto the skull of Fujinami. That's going to do a lot of damage to the head of Fujinami. That'll certainly disorient and just about anybody. That is, unless you're superhuman. Fujinami is quite close to it. Fujinami just barely able to. Fujinami trying. Fujinami trying to bridge. But with all the damage done to Flair, he now has to lift even more dead weight of Flair just because the back. Flair's back being out. However, Flair going after, and he's ready after it. He's ready for it. Flair sends Fujinami to the outside onto the floor. Flair want to send Fujinami into the guardrail. Fujinami returned the favor. Nobody there for Flair. Except the guardrail. Nothing home. Flair is busted open. Face exposed. Now it becomes a bloody brawl as Fujinami has released the blood from the forehead of the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. This deep into the match, there are no mistakes to be made, no room whatsoever for failure. You have to stay on point. Flair comes in from behind with a chop. Fujinami comes in with a heavy right. What a chop to the head of Flair, keeping the head busted open as the blood continues to rush out of the face of Flair, creating that classic crimson mask. Flair, he's got that bleached blonde hair. The blood will start to fill up. Flair had to take another little dirty shot, but Fujinami comes back with a chop to the head. Fujinami gets dropped down to one knee. Both of these men know what it is to be the champion, what the big prize is all about, leading the NWA as the top guy, being the champion. Being ready for whatever comes your way as Fujinami launches the Nature Boy across the ring. Ric Flair's going to have to find a way to regroup. Get back in this. Oh, Flair went to go roll over and roll through, but Fujinami held his own ground there, unable to roll over Fujinami for a cover. Ric Flair's lost a decent amount of blood. And Flair falls face first onto the floor. Flair is bad, and it is not a good look for the champion. Flair. Another thumb to the eye, another dirty trick to keep this matchup alive. Uh-oh. It's about to go from bad to worse for Flair. Getting launched off the top by Fujinami. The octopus lock, the octopus. The submission hold made famous by the founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Antonio Inoki. Now being used here tonight by Tatsumi Fujinami in his efforts to win the NWA World Championship. Flair could go fading out. The USA chants are coming in from the crowd. This has been an impeccable matchup between two of the best, and both men collapse into the mat. The exhaustion is settling in. The blood getting into the hair, as I mentioned, of Flair. All over the hand, all over the face. Bill Alfonso checking in on Flair. Fujinami experiencing his own set of exhaustion. Fujinami is not backing down, still has some hard blows left to hit. He's bringing them into Flair. Flair comes in with a knife edge chop. This is certainly going to be a close one to a finish, as these men are still hammering away at each other. Flair falls down into the mat. This could be the end. Whatever Flair has left in the tank, you got to use all of it. Go big or go home, because it could cost you the NWA Championship if you don't give Fujinami your very peak of the best. No one wants to see this thing end and see this contest end in a count out. The fans want to see it end fair and square. Flair falling down. Couldn't even fall through the ropes. Fell onto the floor, and now back in the ring. Flair gets a thunderous chop on Fujinami. Went to drop down. Oh, Flair able to kick out. That was close. That was really close, but Flair managed to get the shoulder up. Flair takes a shot and a chop. We're getting near the end. I can just sense it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Roll up, roll up, roll up. Almost had Flair. Fujinami trying to pull all the tricks last minute out of the bag. Flair's not going to go down without a fight. He's got his guard up. Side headlock. Sending the ropes. Rolling through. Oh, into the referee. The ref goes down. The tights. Flair's done it. Flair's done it. Flair has done it. Flair's won it. Flair's still the NWA World Champion. Flair tremendously giving it his all. And with Ric Flair retaining the heavyweight championship, he sends Tatsumi Fujinami without any gold back to Japan.